for Ms. Merrick, and we have a Republican presidential primary going on right now. If you had to vote today on one of those candidates, who would be the candidate, and why would you vote for that person?
That's the first. Well, I have to tell you that I am undecided. I need more information on every single candidate. This is a decision that is far too important for me to make this early on without more information on each and every one of those candidates. I think that we have some, newcomers to the field, and of course, I believe, and I do believe, that we need people with private sector experience, jobs creating experience in the public square, because, studies have been done that over the last 20 years, 70% of all jobs came from young companies. And President Obama is doing something now called Startup America. He has partnered with the Kauffman Foundation. And these two groups, these are not two groups that normally partner together, but they are partnering together because they realize how important it is that we support young companies, that we support entrepreneurship. Because what are entrepreneurs? So people like you and I, who have capabilities, and we have ideas, and we want to solve problems, and we want to create jobs, and we want to create wealth. And that's the American dream. And so I married an immigrant, by the way, and he came over, he earned an H-1B visa, he got his green card in the lottery, and together we started this company, and we employed 1,100 people. That's the American dream, and I'll tell you one thing, I will vote for the candidate who most strongly wants to unleash the entrepreneurial spirit, not only in the private sector, but in the nonprofit sector, because a lot of the nonprofits I work with were started by social entrepreneurs. People like you and I who had an idea, saw a problem that they needed to solve, and they worked really hard, and they worked across differing points of view. They didn't just work with people who think just like them. They brought in all sorts of people to work together because that's the way that the world works. I will also look for someone who states often that they want to work in a bipartisan way, that they want to build consensus, because I think we're all sick and tired of the rancor and the partisanship and the gridlock. Thank you.
Well, I think the lineup of candidates for the Republican nomination is quite telling. One candidate actually thinks Social Security is just a scam and should be done away with, a Ponzi scheme. Another candidate wants to remove the tax system and go to a 999, which of course would be fairly aggressive. One principle that I think we as Americans have always supported in our tax structure has been the need to be fair and somewhat progressive in how we tax and how we collect revenues. So if you listen to the debates, I think a lot comes through in terms of values, in terms of where they would take the country. I don't hear a lot of bipartisanship from the Republican candidates. I don't hear a lot of collaboration. I don't hear a lot of willingness to work with Democrats to really solve a problem. I hear a very strident anti-tax message, no matter what, even if economists on both sides of the aisle are saying we need to put money into the economy to jumpstart jobs, or we need to put money into the economy to do some workforce training, or we need to put money into the economy to ensure that we have some economic vitality. I see a very strident, sure, we'll balance the budget, but no revenue streams will come to the table. That's absolutely ridiculous. I've had to balance 14 budgets, I can assure you. I have looked at revenue streams as well as cutting programs. So if you're going to say to me that the Republicans are bipartisan, I don't see it. I see a very strident, very extremist view on many, many things that are important to you and to